Hey, welcome back. I just want to do a quick video today, show you a couple things that I'm doing here on the car. Right now I'm working on finishing up the floor pans, and I just want to make a little bracket, little pieces for these little holes right here. So right here, as you can see, right here we've got the factory, because I still have the factory floor pan on this side. Right, I didn't cut it all out because I wanted to keep some of it. Got these nice, like, strong kind of like I don't know, whatever molds, whatever you want to put in. The seats were actually mounted on these, on one of these. But I got this little gap right here that I need to fill with metal. So what I'm doing is taking cardboard, and what I do. Some guys use like Ram's board, whatever stuff. I actually use cereal boxes. Cereal boxes. Your kids eat cereal, keep the boxes, man. This stuff, it's not super strong. It's a little flimsy, but it still does the job, man. It's easy to cut. It's easy to work with, pretty much. I haven't had an issue. Some stuff that I need that's more rigid, I'll take like light cardboard, something like this, like light corrugated cardboard. You know, if I need something a little sturdier and I'm making a bigger, if I'm making a bigger piece, sometimes I'll do that. But for this little stuff, cereal box, I'm telling you. So I have this little piece right here, and it should fit right about there. It's kind of a rough sketch there. Okay, so I have that little piece there, and then on the passenger side there's actually the same deal with the original floor pans. So I have this piece here, and it fits right in there just about like that, right? So I'll cut these up, get these transferred onto the 16 gauge I'm using, and get them cut up. So I'll be back as soon as I'm done with that. Okay, well, I hope those time lapses worked out, and you can see everything. What I got now is my shapes in this 16 gauge here, and let's see how well we did. Oh, I'll get that out of the way. Don't need that anymore. You put that down like that. Okay, not bad. Gotta trim a little bit around here. I don't know, I could probably push it in there. A little bit of gap there. Got gaps up top too, yeah. So I need to trim a little bit here, and I need to trim a little bit there. So try the other side. See how well I did on the other side. PS for passenger side, as you all know. It's really important when you're doing custom work to label, especially if you're not hammering it all out in one time, working on it piecemeal like this, like I am, to label your pieces, because you'll come out, and I've done this before, I've actually come out and cut up a piece and forgot where it went. Forgot which side. Okay, this one's a little rougher. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more. We got a big gap over there, and we got a big gap in the back there, so then I need to, because I've got some welds over here I'm kind of running into a little bit, but I think, I don't know, maybe it's just the welds. Maybe I need to just trim, I think I need to trim a little bit off of this side right here. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think if I trim a little bit off the side, it actually fits pretty well. I might need to trim a little bit there too, but Yeah, same old thing. It's kind of a weird thing because it's at an angle, because this is the way I did everything else. There's a step up here because this, right underneath this, right along here, is the top of the frame rail, right? You can see it coming out, sticking out the back down here, right? So that's the frame, where the frame rail comes out. So this attaches to the frame rail that comes along the underneath of the car, because I didn't want to cut the whole floorboard out and make a whole new floorboard. I just did it to here, and then there was a little gap between the original floorboard and the frame rail, and so this is kind of to fill that gap up and to reconnect everything, so to speak. So technically I'm kind of making it back into a unibody, because it won't come, the frame and body ain't coming apart. They're not coming apart. And I made that decision halfway through. At first I was going to try to do body on frame, but then as it progressed and there became less and less body and more frame, I decided that I would just make it all one piece. How it's going to drive, I don't know. Again, you know, I'm going off just what I can come up with in my own mind and what I've seen. Kind of a conglomeration. Yeah. Let me get these pieces trimmed up, and I'll show you where we're at in a minute. We'll miss that one. All right, I don't even know if I'm going to show this part, but I don't even know how well you can see that. I won't know until I edit this, so you might see this, you might not see this. But anyway, welding in the first patch, it's a little tricky because I'm welding new metal, brand new metal onto old metal, and this old metal might not be exactly the same thickness. I think it's a little bit thinner, but as you can see, there's some gaps. I had to bash it a little bit, and I was burning holes, so I had to turn the welder down a little bit. It's not the prettiest, but it'll hold. I'm gonna finish it up. That's just kind of tacked in. I'm gonna finish up all this stuff that I just tacked in the other day. I'm gonna single bead it like all this. Well, this isn't completely done, but you know, a lot of this I'm gonna do single beads. I might grind it down a little bit, but then I'll put probably a seam sealer over it, and just hide it. It's not structural, and it's not going to be really seen. I mean, it's not structural, but it is in and of itself as a whole. It's structural, but I'm not worried about it being super pretty. I just want it to hold together. And yeah, and I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably end up filling in with seam sealer and stuff. Anyway, I think that's it for today. It's a short one for you. Please like and subscribe. Turn the bell on for notifications if you want to know when I put out new content, which will be, you know, sooner than a year from now, like the last time. Because I really want to get this car finished over the winter so that I can run it next year, next spring. I have to. And some of you guys would help me out. Totally appreciate it. Anybody else wants to help me out, hit me up. And just do it. You know, if you want to do something, just do it. Peace.